Neutral. The most common, yet the most confusing point in the game. What do I do? What move should I be using? Should I be approaching, or should I be trying to create distance? Unfortunately, there's not really an easy way to answer this, and anybody who says there is has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. While there might not be a best solution for neutral, I'm going to help you understand the ins and outs of what neutral is, what it means, and how to start training your understanding of neutral. By the end of the video, you should have a good idea of what neutral is to make sure you don't go from neutral to back against the wall right away. Let's get started. Alright, so we're here on a match. This is a Dragunov match that I had earlier today. This is a part of my grinding to purple ranks. Not where I should be in ranks, but this is going to give you at least a good idea, because this is roughly where a lot of people are, is in this Garyu and this Tenryu rank, almost Mighty Ruler, and he actually did hit Mighty Ruler after I finished playing with him. So this is going to cover a good basis of intermediate ranks, right? So red to even like high purple, this is going to work, and this is going to be a great baseline that you can start with and continue to improve on and work with as you get into blue rank. So it's fantastic. I'm going to walk you through my thought process, what I'm doing, and what my actions are. One thing that I always like to do is I almost always backdash right off the bat, because at these ranks, a lot of people are going to do one of two things. They're either going to backdash as well and not be skilled enough to properly approach, or they might not be comfortable with whiff punishing tools, or they might not understand their approachable tools just yet. And then two, the people who press, right? And there's a lot of buttons people can press, and I don't know who this player is. I've never played against this guy before, so the safest bet usually is to not press right off the bat. If I have a feeling, or if I've played against this guy before, or something like that, I can, and you'll start to notice that I start to press later on in the rounds. But usually when you first start, a good rule of thumb to just start bases is to probably not usually press a button, because you can't get hit by something if you're not pressing. So, and right off the bat, literally right here, automatically just starts whiffing. So if we go ahead and just skip back to the first round real quick, just so you can see all of this, because a lot happened really quickly, just instantly started whiffing, right? Just right away started whiffing off the backdash, and I didn't even do any sort of KBD, I don't think. Okay, so I did do one KBD, but I think even one backdash would have been there, so you don't have to learn KBD to be able to understand neutral and everything. It will help, and I will say that to preface. Everything that I'm doing, I have KBD down, I have my Korean backdashes down, I have my whiff punishes, I have my electrics, all of that kind of stuff. However, if you don't have that stuff down, you can still continue to build neutral while you are learning these tools. So, obviously, he whiffs right in my face, I get an electric, and I drop it because it's my very first game of the day. However, this is the point where neutral has been diminished. I've hit my launcher, I've dropped it, but he's still right next to me, and I still have the advantage because he is in an Oki situation and has to get up. So instead of backing off in this situation and trying to create space, my goal here is to stay in his face and recover the damage that I lost by, obviously, as you see here, hell sweeping, right? So I don't have the damage from a combo that I would have, but I was able to recover it. And, you know, obviously not hell sweeping right off the bat or hell sweeping right off the bat is not always what you want to do. It really depends on the opponent, but the guy whiffed back 4-2 right in my face, so I know that he's not going to tech roll and instantly think that I'm going to hell sweep. Like, you're not just gonna 3 seconds into the round instantly tech roll and duck. Like, that'd be a really hard, crazy read, and of course he didn't do that. And as you can see, I go for forward 3. He didn't do anything, and this is where I start to back off. I'm -3, so it's nothing too crazy, but I already have about 1/4 of his health bar, and I know that I can create space and create a whiff punish opportunity again, so there's no reason for me to overextend and go for another hell sweep and risk losing my or going into disadvantage if he launches me. So instead, I just opt to reset neutral because I know that I can play neutral better than he can. So I opt to back up. I go in, I try to create space, he hits me again, so I'm like, okay, he's in heat, I'm not in heat. I don't want to mess with Dragunov in heat because he can pop his heat at any point, right? And it'll screw me over really badly, and I don't want to do that. So I just create whiff punishes, and again, he goes right into back 4-2. And while I don't punish it, if we do go back and I do, 1 second, I'll pop heat, and I take control of the character, hold on. As you can see, I can still get a combo off of it, right? Even if we waited for back 4-2 to come out, you know, you can still create those opportunities. If I just saw this, I could still go for it. So again, it's all about creating whiff punish opportunities, because 9 times out of 10, your opponent is not going to know whiff punishes. They're not going to think about whiffing. They're not going to, because nobody's getting punished in these ranks, right? So it means that it's a very, very, very easy way to capitalize on something that a lot of people aren't fully understanding yet. So I opt for not getting the punish just because I don't want to risk it. I go for an electric here because I figured he was going to throw a move and he gets a power crush. It's really not that big of a deal. My electric still comes out. I still get the damage, and he is in slight advantage. He can run up on me and get something done, but he'd have to really, really push to get something. So now technically I am in what I would consider a slight disadvantage. I still have the health lead. I still have time advantage. I still have all of my heat, and he has half of his. So my goal here is to not try and instantly go for a launcher and instantly go to advantage. My goal is to instead slowly work out his heat, because once that heat pops, it's pretty much like, well, you're not really in advantage anymore. I can pop my heat at any point. So I'm looking for an opportunity to turn the tides, to pop my heat. And heat is the absolute most busted thing that you can use in this game to reset neutral. It is a power crush that will put you on plus and reset neutral. It is fantastic, and you should always be holding onto your heat for either heat burst moves like back 4 or down forward 1-2 for Kazuya, or to specifically get yourself out of a situation that might be a sticky situation. So I see that he goes for that. I don't know what he was trying to go for. Oh, it looked like he was trying to go for a grab up 1+2. It's just 1+2 grab, but I hit him with a counter hit, magic 4, and knock him away. And I keep that in mind specifically. That's another thing as well. When you want to get out of disadvantage and switch back to neutral, or you just want to get out of disadvantage in general, pay attention to what people are using, because usually once people initiate advantage for the very first time, they're usually using the exact same approachable tools, using the exact same moves. Think Dragunov usually wants to use while running 2. How many times have you gotten hit by while running 2 Dragunov and instantly gotten grabbed, right? It's a very common thing. We can watch the patterns of other players to learn how other people play. So I know this. I saw that he liked that. He really likes his stances. Chances are other people are getting screwed by that and are getting like messed up by all the grabs and stuff and are getting overwhelmed. I'm not. I counter hit him, and we keep it in mind for next time the situation happens to do the exact same thing. So I get hit again. It's unfortunate. It's whatever. And now I'm at a disadvantage. But again, very, very, very easy. There's no reason for me to mash my buttons when I know that all I need to do is wait for my turn and my chance to attack. And of course, he's been doing back 4-2 this entire time. So what's in my mind right now? My back's against the wall. I can't whiff punish him, and I know this move well. So my goal is to either duck 1 when he does it, or be ready at an instant to break the grab. And as you can see, he goes right for it, and I ducked because I thought it was going to be a 1, and even if it isn't, I can still break it. So now his back is against the wall, I'm +5, and neutral has been set. Health is the same, but I know that because I have heat, I'm at the advantage. I'm at a slight advantage. It's still neutral in the situation, but in the resources and the health and everything, I know that I'm at an advantage. I know how the players already started to play in the first round, and I have a good idea of what I need to do to be able to win this round. So I pop heat, it misses, it's not that big of a deal. He does 1, I don't duck it because it's not really anything like, it's not that big of a deal, all right? He doesn't pressure it for some reason, even though he's +1. I've got him in the corner here. I whiff punish as well, I missed. Another opportunity that I could have whiff punished, but I didn't. Instead, I just go for a late punish, which is a low health sweep into the grab, because I know that his back's going to be against the wall, and down back 1-2 is going to hit him because he's either going to get up or he's going to try and roll, and that's exactly what he did. Notice right there I attacked right again. He used the power crush. Again, it's really not that big of a deal. It's beginning of the round. We both still have our heat. There's no need to panic here. So he runs at me, and he doesn't take his turn. So this is what I mean. Even if you get hit by a move and you're afraid that they might approach with something, sometimes they don't, because he ducks me because he's afraid of me. So even though he had the advantage, because I kind of stomped him respectfully to this player, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is learning, but I'm going to call it how I see it. I did do very well in the game, and I didn't really give him much of an opportunity to do anything. So he's afraid of me, as you can see. So I'm not backdashing or anything here, because I'm just holding back because he's supposed to be an advantage. He doesn't take an advantage. I realize that. I know that I'm plus on here, so I try and set him into block or crouch stance, and then I create space. He slides again, exactly where the situation we were at before, right? He comes in, do this, he does this, goes into slide. I knew he was going into slide, and the second he goes into slide, I was like, okay, magic 4. He's doing the exact same thing. And if we look over here again on the right-hand side, what is he going for directly after again? Up forward 1+2 yet again. He did the exact same flowchart that he did before. Sometimes neutral genuinely is all about reading your opponent and making guesses on how they've been playing so far. I am by no means a professional player, but because I am able to look at my opponent and watch how he plays, I was able to know, okay, he's probably going to do this. And if I failed and I didn't and I got counter hit grabbed or something like that, if I chose a different move, okay, I'm right there and I'm at disadvantage. My back's against the wall. That sucks. Even if I lost the round, it's one single round out of 3 that I have to win, and I'm already up 1 round. So with playing this game and making reads and being able to approach through neutral, confidence is key. Understanding matchups, learning those and going back and labbing, and understanding that sometimes you'll make a move and it's just not going to work, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll show some examples obviously here later, but I just wanted to preface that. So I missed the punish. I go for here. He pops his heat and he pushes me back, and he doesn't decide to push. And like I said exactly before, heat bursts on block are a fantastic neutral resetter. He's completely reset neutral, and now I have no reason to realistically approach. I know that he's going to approach, which he does. However, I do want to point something out that's very important about this interaction. I could have, as he started running in, approached, right? But I didn't. I waited for him to stop because I figured that he was waiting for that. And as you can see, he runs at me, instantly tries to approach, and then tries to fake to see if I do anything, right? He's holding back. He's stopping specifically. He's trying to bait something. So when he sees nothing goes, that's when I go ahead and let it rip, because he tried to let heat burst pop, as you can see in the corner, and I figured that that was going to be a situation, because while running 2, instant while running 2, or heat bursts are really, really, really long range moves that would have pushed me against the wall, and because I'm playing against a Tenryu player, he's probably not trying to do instant while running 2, so I had a feeling he was going to do that, and at worst case, I'm still -9, he's not able to pop his heat yet, and I'm in his face, so I'm at least a little closer, and it's still kind of like a neutral situation. So now at this point, I'm at advantage. He blocks, pops his heat, I'm at disadvantage. Obviously the grab is unbreakable. That is breakable, but the 1+2 grab isn't, so not that big of a deal. Can't break it. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to throw out jabs to see if I can get him to do anything. He has the health lead on me, so I'm trying to see if he's trying to be greedy. It's my turn, and sometimes when you're down like this, people want to finish the kill. So it's good to kind of jab check them, right? So I do jab into down forward 1-2, right? And I'm 0 on this, and I know that, but I don't want to press because I don't want to risk him doing exactly what he did. It is 11 frames, and I technically could have punished him, but I would have had to have been mashing out jab. And I didn't want to risk it because I'm +5 now, and there's not much of a reason for me to do anything. And he tried to go for back 1+2, as you can see, but it's all about patience, right? I could have pushed here, I could have pushed on 0, but it's obvious that he's going to do this, and I know that while rising 3 on Dragunov I'm plus a lot. So instead, I opt for going ahead and punishing now. So once I do 1-1-2, I have a lot of options here. I could go straight in and do my mix-up, but the problem is he's probably panicking right now, right? He noticed that he got hit, and now it's my turn to come back. So I want to still be a little passive, and I want to see if I can get him with anything. So as you can see, that's why I do a tipper, a delayed tipper, forward 3, and I'm able to hit him, and I get a giant combo off of it. And by now, he's already starting to panic a decent bit, so I know he's not going to be looking for the hell sweep, and I can very easily get that. With this round, I don't press because obviously he did heat burst before and there's no reason for me to press. I missed my electric. I was trying to go for an electric, unfortunately, but as you can see, it very obviously would have hit, but that's what I was looking for. I had a feeling he was probably going to do the same thing again, or at very minimum throw, or back up and do nothing, but I'm 2 rounds up. I have no reason to throw anything and risk getting hit by back sway, or down 2, or anything like that. There's no reason for me to throw these moves out because I'm at the advantage, so I pretty much can run neutral at a slight advantage knowing that he has to come to me to win the game. And as you can see right there, again, with punish. I was creating space with my electric to be able to give myself the room to approach. So I break the wall, and I push towards him, and I go ahead and do forward 3, because it's a great safe option, because if he would have ducked low, would have fucked him. If he would have done Heat Burst or Power Crush, it would have obviously hit me like it does here, and this is actually a better thing for me because now his heats pop, and I don't get pushed away into a very negative or less positive situation than I would have if I got hit by this. Now I'm in pretty much a neutral situation, and he instantly pops his Heat Burst. So now I'm in a situation where I'm -6. However, I know he's probably not going to take his turn, and if he isn't, he's at least going to use probably a mid because he hasn't used like any lows this entire game for some reason. So I know that I can stand block in his face, be very, very, very confident he's not going to do anything, and I still have half of my heat and the heat bar. I have no reason to press here, nothing. I know that he's going to give me neutral. He goes for a grab, knocks me down, he gets the grab, and we're back in wake-up situation. It's pretty much neutral here. He goes for a Heat Burst, or not a Heat Burst, a Power Crush, I'm sorry, my god. And I choose not to punish it. It was a little bit of a delayed punish, but my focus was more, I have heat, I have kind of health advantage, maybe slight disadvantage, but I'm also up 2 rounds. My goal here is to get away from the wall. I don't want my back to the wall. I want to be able to create space and create that ability for him to whiff. But if my back's against the wall, I can't play neutral and I can't play my whiff punishment game. So I know that my goals, even though I probably could have gotten him there, I'm up 2 rounds. I know that I'm the better player, and my goal is to be able to put myself in a position where I can win the game because there's still only 36 seconds left and he has to kill me to get 1 round. I have to just win 1 round. That's it. He has to win 3 more rounds. I have to win 1. And I've got 36 seconds and heat still. I have no reason to approach. I want to focus on getting away from this wall. So I do this, I do electric, and I continue. And for some reason, he's pressing on electric afterwards. But, you know, sometimes that happens. I mess up my combo. I come down. I think this kills. It doesn't. But down back 2 finishes it. So while it was only 1 game and I won all 3 rounds, I thought it was the best to show 1 game because I did talk a lot and give you a lot of examples. If you guys would like to see more from this, and you want more examples of decent neutral play, okay? Most of my videos that aren't tutorials on this channel are all going to be ranked gameplay, and are all obviously red ranks or below, so you can see that and see how I play and use my KBD and my movement to punish people for making whiffs. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm almost to 1,000. I'm trying to hit 1,000 so I can monetize my channel and start trying to do this full time. Any support whatsoever, including just a simple like, helps me out a ton. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really, really appreciate all of the support, and good luck out there in your ranked games.